even think this through? What did it take you, like 10 minutes to come up with this? If even that?
I would say like 80,000.
What do you mean 80,000?
Whoopsie daisies. Yeah, we ignored that. My mistake.
What the fuck?
Why is the price going down so much?
I don't think anybody here understands.
I don't see Trump or Biden in stores.
Are you just gonna deny the president's service?
But that takes 7
And just like
hours.
that,
And this gun takes
just like that.
instant.
So their invention is what?
I'm not excited.
What is up, guys, girls, and everybody in between? It is Steven from MechaPuma, and you probably already know what time it is. It's time for Total Drama Discord. In this episode, we're gonna be doing Shark Tank, and whichever team can score the highest wins the event and doesn't get eliminated. However, you're probably wondering how this is exactly going to work. You see, whoever gets valued at the highest value wins, whoever gets valued at the lowest value faces elimination. And since there are 2 people on each team, you're gonna have to find out what happens in order to determine who gets eliminated, because it's gonna be pretty interesting. Anyway, I thought I'd keep this intro pretty brief. Hopefully, you enjoy the episode. See you then.
Just started in this race. Just wonder what it'll take. You ask me, there's no guarantee that'll make it to first place. 'Cause there can only be one. Yeah, there can only be one. But to win, what will it take? I just can't leave it up to fate. 'Cause there can only be one. Yeah, there can only be one.
There we go. We have an egg roll.
Mecha, watch this in general. Little buddy, oh little buddy, it's my very best friend in the whole wide world.
I think we should do a little bit of Discord Shark Tank. What do you guys think?
I'm a shark.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, hi, Chiliad. We're doing Discord Shark Tank. How's it going?
Stop spamming, please.
I'm not excited.
I figured you wouldn't be excited. Since there's an even number of people this time around, I figured we could do it in teams of 2. And since Nitro can't make it, you'll just have to, like, text him or something.
Can I do it myself?
You could be the odd one out, I guess. Oh, hi, Nero.
Since I've been selling stuff to you guys, like if you win this competition, you're gonna get, you know, X amount of money or this in prizes. I thought it would be a really good idea to have you guys start selling stuff to me. Hence why I've come up with Discord Shark Tank. I'm gonna split you guys into teams of 2, and you guys are gonna try to pitch your ideas to me. And just like the actual show Shark Tank, we're gonna try to sell something. Since Jello and Nero are both muted, I figured it would be pretty nice to just put them both into team. Why not? It's gonna be the mute team here. Akili and Ocean, since you guys are on the opposite end of my list, I guess I'll just put you guys in a team.
I'm not gay.
It'll also be really entertaining because admittedly, you guys have opposite personalities. So I figure it'll make good content. Why not?
Yeah.
And then Eggroll and Chiliad, that leaves you 2 as partners.
Basically, just come up with the best idea possible that you 2 can think of. There should be a duality between you guys. It could be an idea, it could be a product, it could even be a service. I don't know. Whatever it is, it better be a good pitch. You're probably not going to want to be on the team who loses, by the way, because you 2 are going to have to compete against one another, and whoever loses that competition will, unfortunately, be eliminated. You've all made it this far in the competition. Messing up now, not really cool, dude. So don't lose.
Everybody understand?
Yeah? No.
No.
I took at least 10 minutes to think this one out, so it's going to be really good.
I have no idea.
Everybody remembers their teammates, right?
Keely, Oyson, since I mentioned you guys first, I guess it's only fair if I have you go first. You got any beautiful ideas that the world could use more of, or just any ideas in general?
A dildo.
Let's not.
That would not be a very good idea.
How is that gonna solve?
What's that thing that white kids bring into American schools?
Pencils?
It goes bang bang.
Guns.
Oh my god. You guys do both have to agree on the idea.
What about something that automatically cancels people?
Wait, that might be a good idea.
Oh, wait.
And now we're talking, alright.
Are we going to go like
DM
thought
me.
crime route?
Hey, Mecha, me and Jello are already done.
Since Jello and Nero seem to have an idea and they apparently don't have really a lot of time, I think it's only fair to let them go first. Alright, we got our next contestant. Woo! Whenever you guys are ready, I am ready for your brilliant ideas. I know it's gonna be an absolute banger, right?
Our product is going to be a cube that you can put on food that melts. Basically a cube of spice that will make your food taste better. If you're cooking shrimp in the oven, throw a cube on it. You have family issues, you can put a cube on that. Steak, put a cube on it.
Alright. That's kind of perfect. Keep going.
Any type of food, we got cubes for it all.
Why not just put normal spices on it?
Egg roll, you're gonna need to wait till question time. You are a part of the audience. You gotta listen.
Another reason you don't have exact spices, you might overspice it, you know, slippy hands, butterfingers, might spill a bit too much on there. Cube, perfect amount. Just throw it on there, melts in, perfect taste. Best way to do it.
Alright, it is now question time. Anybody who has any questions, you can ask now.
A cube, you say. You just put it right on top of the food there. How do you make sure it's evenly distributed?
It'll melt and it'll distribute itself on the top. You have multiple foods, you can use multiple cubes. It's not just like you put one in there. You can put them on top of whatever you want.
You know what else you can do though? Why not just put spices on it like a normal person? It takes like 2 seconds to put some spices on it.
Alright, I have a question. Say I'm in a rush, right? I need to be somewhere in like 45 minutes. For some reason, I'm cooking shrimp in the oven, even though no normal human being would ever do that. But just in theory, I'll be doing that. I'm in a rush and I need a certain spice or whatever. Do you guys have a way to customize it?
The store will have different packages for different food. We'll have like a shrimp cube thing. We'll have a steak one, chicken, and just not like one cube. You got like a bunch of different seasonings for all your needs.
Alright.
You can also make your own if you really want to. We have like a customizable station, so you can go and pick and choose which ones you want.
Well, that's great, no, but what about accessibility? What if it's upstairs and somebody's in a wheelchair? Or what if it's too high up and somebody disabled can't reach it?
So we have a ramp for that reason.
But that isn't necessarily a solution. What if it's the president? Because presidents are, notorious for not being able to get up and down ramps, stairs, all that good stuff. Are you just going to deny the president service?
I don't see Trump or Biden in stores, They don't go to stores. They have people go to stores for them.
Honestly, I thought presidents should pledge allegiance to Walmart. I read it on Facebook, so it's probably true.
Yeah.
Nice.
Basically, that's our idea.
Not gonna lie, that's a pretty sweet idea, but speaking of sweet stuff, what about dessert?
Technically, it wouldn't work that much.
Wait. Did you guys just say that something won't work? Did you guys even think this through? What did it take you, like 10 minutes to come up with this? If even that? You gotta be thinking it through, guys. Think it through.
No, because when do you put seasoning on dessert? Inform me when you put seasoning on desserts, Mecha.
What about sugar, powdered sugar, brown sugar, maple syrup, chocolate, laxatives, preservatives, probably some type 2 carcinogens if you live in America?
It's not seasoning.
What's the definition of seasonings, though?
What about eco-friendliness?
We'll have vegan ones.
I like that. Pandering for points. Very good.
We'll have all the different options. We'll have a bunch of different dietary options, a bunch of healthy options.
Does anybody else have any other questions? Because now is your chance.
Are you guys gonna make circle seasonings?
That's what I was thinking, yeah. Roll it around and it'll evenly coat everything.
Okay.
What about eco-friendliness? How do you know you're going to get it from, like, sustainable sources and all that stuff? Like, what about the packaging, the sources, all that good stuff?
Well, we can package it in biodegradable packaging. We can make organic ones.
We try to offset carbon emissions.
Can my dog eat it?
I mean, if you can eat it, your dog can probably eat it.
I kind of like that one. You should put that as, like, your motto or something.
Probably.
I can get behind that. You can have it for like dogs, cats, reptiles, birds, alligators. Here's the hard part. You're gonna have to sell it to me. Don't undersell, don't oversell. By the way, the highest price value wins. So if you sell it to me for the highest price, you are the winner.
Oh, a price? For 5 cubes, you get it for $3.99.
I'm not talking about that.
Buying the company?
Yeah.
Half of it. Okay, that's a good thing. For half of the company, $800,000.
You have to have Jello agree with it. You can't just like be chucking $800,000 around casually.
I would say like 80,000.
What do you mean 80,000? If people start buying the profits would go way up. We could probably make 5 cubes for 50 cents, sell them for $4. Shark Tank buys 5% for 100,000. I think it'd be a decent deal.
It would be a pretty decent deal, not gonna lie.
50% for 800,000 seems very reasonable.
I'll take the offer unless you want to try to sell me more and increase it.
No, I believe 800,000 would be perfect.
I have no idea what happened to Jello, but it seems like she is mic muted, so therefore I'm just gonna assume she agrees with everything he says.
I'm back.
That's our idea.
All right, yeah, no, I'll take it.
All right, because I have to go now. Y'all enjoy your ideas. I will see y'all later.
Hasta la pasta, bro.
I think me and a Kiwi can go next.
Maybe we can get them at a disadvantage if they go before we do.
Yeah, but they just heard you say that.
I think we let them go first.
I have confidence in this product.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin their dreams, so let them go first.
Akila and Ocean, you guys are like worlds apart. I think it's fair to say you can go next now. What is your idea?
Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit of a presentation.
I like presentations.
Do you see this annoying, stupid dream stand person?
Yeah.
Yes, we hate these people. We really do. You can see the obvious. They have the dream. They're white, but they hate whiteys. And whoopsie daisies. Yeah, we ignore that. Sorry about that. My mistake.
What the fuck?
We have the reverse edge cancel, which cancels the dream fan back. They try to cancel us first because, I don't know, we're white or something. But then you see this. This is their history. We dragged it from AI and all that fancy shit. We injected all this information from a gun into their brain. brain through the internet Wi-Fi, we managed to get a bunch of information to clap back at them, like they self-diagnosed, or they've literally bullied a male person with depression, even though they fake depression. They are also white, as we could see from this.
I do appreciate a good research project.
This actually uses state-of-the-art neural networks to determine what is hypocritical and finding illogical fallacies in their arguments.
Can you give me an example?
An example of how it works? These here actually are examples. Like the classic dream stan is, white. Maybe they fake depression too.
Did you do a study on this? Is there any way we can trust your information?
Yes, if you look past on history of Dreamstan, they are tending to be white from all their Twitter posts.
I cannot see anything you were doing apart from your presentation, if that's what you're hinting at.
Give me a second.
I want to state that this does not necessarily only need to apply to dream stands. It can be anyone who loves to just tear down other people for whatever reason. This is essentially a shield from those who like to cancel. A shield that directly reflects their cancellation back onto themselves.
If you were to look up bisexual MCYT, you'd see a bunch of pictures of girls, and they seem to be Caucasian.
Appearance-wise, how do you know that they define themselves as that?
Because you can't do transracial. That's bad.
Somebody actually did do that.
Races themselves don't exist. It's all made up in our minds to divide us even further. Preconceptions of what race is. What it really is a difference of culture. This is something that we've used actually with the most basic of neural networks. Neural networks are not new. However, this use for them is. Never before has anyone attempted to create a defense system for yourself against those who might wish to cancel you.
Proving them wrong takes a long time if you were to have to research it and they're really stupid. With this device, you can drag that information to you.
Are there privacy issues?
We do not release any data or information to anyone else apart from the user.
Sites like Twitter, Facebook, etc., they collect information legally anyways.
It's all AI. Smart intelligence AI.
Yes.
Don't you think this could be used to cancel a person? Because the AI could be used against the person and snoop all their stuff?
So the thing is about the thing is that the AI detects when you're being cancelled, and if so, what a person is trying to cancel you. If they're being hypocrite, you can also say, well, actually, didn't you do the same or similar?
Chiliad, what are you doing?
That's your question. Hold on. So their inventions is what? Type of self-diagnosing?
Oh, did you not even pay attention? Wow.
I don't know.
That's a little bit depressing. Eggroll, do you want to save your teammate here?
Honestly, I'm so confused as to what just happened.
Let me explain in simple words.
Layman's terms.
Here's the dream stand. You see the dream stand? It has a gun. The gun is representative of them canceling you. This is you. As you can see, that's you. Now, the dream stand could also have history of doing the same shit they are canceling you for. So it doesn't always mean dream stand. Let's say they're canceling you because you had a bad opinion. You can then use this artificial intelligence device that scans through their social media with public information, and then if it drags any information to you that could be good, like say other bad opinion, you can then use that information that this was dragged through to clap back at the dream stand.
Can somebody just invent information if somebody knows they're going to be using that bot?
Wait. You will not have to do any work. All you have to do is use this device. No work at all.
Is it like a facial antenna?
Is a what?
So you made it look like.
Metaphorical representation, that's all that is. Back to your question, Mecha. This bot is trained to detect truth.
Why does your gun have balls?
That's a person with a gun.
I really hope you're ready to accept a low price here.
Excuse me, listen. We're all about diversity. So what if it's a peanut? You got a problem with that?
Yeah.
Yeah? What are you, a legume?
Now you're the big one canceling people, aren't you?
Nicolith is the big one canceling people because he has a question.
What is up, Nicholas?
Well, that settles that.
Great question.
Why do you think it's useful? Because Twitter users already exist.
And you have Corona. How are you going to sell it?
I don't want to use a device with Corona. You.
Listen. An average Twitter user that cancels people usually follows Dream or BTS. They have thousands of tweets. You don't want to be searching through all of those. With the device, of course, you won't have to spend time searching through all of those tweets. It gets all the ones that are controversial to you.
But I spent a lot of time listening to this presentation and still don't really understand it.
How is it not understandable?
You're not answering how it works.
It works through artificial intelligence and bots.
That's not an answer. What?
I can easily lure a Twitter user to bring me information with followers.
Yeah, but that takes 7
just
hours.
like that,
And this gun
just
takes
like that,
instant.
boom,
With a gun, it
cheap.
takes 0 seconds. With a scrawny
How much?
Twitter user, slave, it's 7. hours.
How did you come to that conclusion, though?
That's the average estimate.
If it's going to detect a bunch of users, I'm assuming that the hardware is going to be really expensive.
Shark Tank projects are technically Kickstarters.
More or less.
And I am starting to want to kick you.
Like, I think maybe this is your fault for maybe not understanding.
I don't think anybody here understands.
Why is the price going down so much?
I don't know, Mecha. Maybe it's just you.
I'm also completely lost.
What's the price you're actually offering for this?
It's a subscription service.
I'm trying to buy a part of your stock, dude. I'm not trying to subscribe.
$7, but we have plenty of stocks available.
$7. I'm buying half your company.
Half our company.
Yes.
Do you know how much our company is? Our company is $8.
You might actually end up losing this, and one of you might be eliminated because of this.
Maybe you should give us like 10 hours to come up with a product instead of 10 minutes.
Gero was busy doing stuff with his fault. That sounds bad. And he still found the time to come in.
It's 2 a.m. in the morning for me, and I'm really tired of shit, and I'm going to school tomorrow.
Exactly.
So why should you buy it? Well, you wouldn't want your reputation ruined by Twitter users with no life, right? You have a life.
Is that a threat?
It is a reason to buy it. You have a life, but these Twitter users that might want to cancel you don't. So they have all the time on their hands, you have none. What this bot does, it makes it so you don't need the time on your hands to defend yourself.
Couldn't the stands just use your bot claiming there's somebody defending themselves?
We do actually do background checks. There is a small application.
Precisely.
All right.
It consists on what you do, how you use social media. We do not check private accounts, but any public information that you consensually put on the internet, we check your background on that.
So it would get dirt on you.
Give him the L.
This is bad. This is bad. Achilles, save it.
I think this has potential moving forward. So, and especially with the IT industry booming and with more people going online, it's going to in the future be very important for people's livelihood. I do think $1 million.
Ooh, definitely an interesting offer. I decline 1 million.
With the state of the technology used here, if I'm just really comparing that to something as simple as a food cube, it deserves at least as much as that food cube.
Isn't the food cube a cube full of flavor of food?
That's why it's so good. It's so simple.
It's been done before.
See, the thing is, this is revolutionary.
Yeah, but if it flops, then I'm screwed. If something's been done before and they think they can do it better, then I'm going to invest in them because they were very confident about it. And they explained to me in like 5 minutes what you guys explained to me in like 5 Twitter years.
Listen for 1 second.
I have been listening to you for more than 1 second.
How do you think this is going to flop when this literally can save thousands of YouTubers' lives? YouTubers are some of the most vulnerable people to be cancelled. You are one yourself.
I don't really consider myself vulnerable, but okay.
But this could save your life one day. Think about it.
Or I could just report people who slander me. Like I could get a lawyer and do it how normal people do it.
Yeah, but that takes like hours.
Your explanation takes hours.
Let's not forget, lawyers are expensive.
Yeah, because
it is taking 22 minutes.
At least Achilles honest for that. I might accept somewhat of a price.
So the presentation is currently showing our mental state, but continue.
I don't think I would want to invest in somebody with that mental state.
It's a good point.
Thank you.
They seem unstable. I wouldn't invest.
Yeah, this seems like Elon Musk's wet baby. Sorry, no, wet dream of a baby. Okay, that was weird. Okay, I'm gonna get canceled now.
See?
Exactly. You just said you're gonna get cancelled now.
Yeah, so I already know I'm getting canceled. Why would I need to try to stop it?
You should not get canceled over that, but people would do it anyway.
Why do you think I shouldn't get canceled over that?
Easy fix to say it was a joke, guys.
Why are you drawing a tomato? I'm so confused.
No need to buy the dumb AI.
AI has been notoriously awful. Very bad. Nothing really adds up.
I mentioned it was cheaper on multiple occasions.
Very small cost to get into it.
This pitch has taken as long as an actual Shark Tank episode itself.
And you know why? Because it's $1.
I'll do 50,000.
But Food Cube got 800,000?
Honestly, Food Cube's getting that much money.
You can predict it.
It's unoriginal though. Willy Wonka done that years ago with chewing gum.
Willy Wonka molested children years ago. That doesn't make it good.
Everyone still listens to Michael Jackson.
I don't.
Most people do.
I will not argue against that. Anyway, thank you for your time. It was greatly appreciated.
There's not a lot of it left to spare, so hopefully, Egg Roll and Chiliad have something figured out.
We do indeed.
Yes.
As everyone here knows, pollution, specifically plastic pollution, is a massive problem right now, correct?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh god.
There is a way to take plastic and build bricks out of it that can be used to construct buildings, not only helping get rid of plastic pollution, but using it to create affordable things such as housing for people who need it.
And And it has a lot of potential, mainly because a lot of countries and governments especially, they've been trying to find ways to recycle plastic.
What is your process of doing it?
It really isn't that costly, I would say. You've seen those machines that pick up plastic from the trash and programs that focus on recycling plastic. We can basically fund the machines just to get it from somebody else. How it's made is that we basically melt the plastic all together. We use pressure so it can form rock solid plastic. It's like an actual brick.
I feel like that would create a lot of pollution from the fumes.
You can use electricity for that.
Solar powered electricity.
By heating up plastic, it creates air pollution naturally. So how would you go about countering that?
Doing this creates far less CO2 than burning plastic in landfills and creating more plastic in the factories that are already doing it.
You did say that you were heating them to the point of compressing them together, and that is burning plastic.
It has to be made into a mold somehow.
It's a lot different than just like lighting plastic on fire in landfills to get rid of it.
It doesn't have to melt it completely, it just has to heat it enough to the point where plastic can actually bend and form a shape.
Since we are kind of moving away from plastic, what are you going to make into bricks?
Well, there's plenty of plastic already out there in like landfills in the oceans that needs to be recycled.
People waste about 300 million tons of plastic every year.
Plastic doesn't just like go away by itself. There'll always be plastic to be recycled.
What's your source for that?
It's called UN Environment.
Also, would you be partnering with them?
Honestly, it can be really possible. There's also a housing crisis happening in multiple parts of the country,
You make a good point there.
which gives a lot of potential to encourage government officials, other private companies to join us,
Well, that's pretty good.
and also give people a home.
Say all these factories who are like already causing these fumes go to more environmentally efficient ways, and you guys are still melting the plastic. The more plastic you melt, the more fumes that go in the sky and like pollute the air. There's like, because you'd probably have to do this really efficiently. How would you do it very environmentally when all these other companies are trying their best to slow it down?
We're just like heating it up. There's barely any fumes that happen.
How do you know about that?
Because the melting point of plastic is really low.
It's already being done now.
It's really easy to create.
Doing it in mass production, the more that goes in, the more that comes out.
Making plastic does more harm than recycling it.
And you guys are recycling it through heat that does cause fumes, which it will always cause fumes anyways.
Doesn't cause as much fumes as lighting it on a fire.
The tension is fuming, that's for sure.
But it's in huge factories.
They're going to be using the same process of heating up plastic, not burning it.
You build these places out of plastic. How will you prevent plastic runoff?
We basically coat the plastic and think of 4 layers that are going to prevent that from happening. It's also going to have cement and insulation.
I actually have a question about the more technical side of this. There are many different types of plastic, and they all have very different properties.
Basically plan to make 2 different versions.
Shelly, let him finish the question. Oh my god.
How do you intend to deal with that many at once? Do you have to separate each and every one? Do you have a method of combining them all together while keeping the integrity of the end result structurally sound?
Could you structurally resound that question?
Just give me a minute. With different types of plastic, you have different physical properties. If you mix them all together, you're going to end up with a material that is inconsistent. How do you intend to get around problems like this?
Honestly, it can be solved, not that hard. We're basically going to have...
I feel like Egg Roll should answer the question, Chili. You've been doing a lot of heavy lifting.
I mean, you just have different processes for different plastics.
You categorize them.
Yeah.
So how do you do this efficiently? When
You
plastic
sort
is turned to a
plastic when it
recycling,
comes in.
is this done efficiently though? How do you do this in a way that is quick?
You just sort it. Like, you have people that sort it as it comes in. It's really not that complicated.
But is it economically viable?
It's really not that complicated.
If it isn't that complicated, explain it in less than 3 steps. Go.
The plastic comes in, you sort the plastic, you send the plastic off to the different areas where it's formed.
So you have separate factories for each type of plastic then?
It's like one facility that has different sections for the different types of plastic.
I'm already pretty sold on it. I think we should probably try to decide a price.
$1 million, easy. It's the way of the future.
What are you gonna do when the plastic runs out?
Do you know how much plastic is in the ocean right now?
I'll take $1 million if you accept it.
I accept.
Same here.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
All right, we have an intervention.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We have a laggy intervention, but all interventions don't matter because I'll take it.
Pleasure doing business.
Now we pretty much just have Achille and Ocean. One of them is going to have to go because they couldn't sell theirs.
Yeah, okay, I'll accept it.
Are you just volunteering at this point?
Can I just say, Achille tried to put effort into it. He tried his best. I came up with a dumb product. I think I deserve to boost.
That's not how it works. You don't get to pick who's booted, silly Billy.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going. Please.
No. Why are you a kid begging to get into a white van?
I'm into that shit, okay?
You're also not 18 or older, so don't talk about it. Wait, what? That sounded bad. Maybe I could use your product, actually.
Yo!
Maybe you should have bought our product earlier. Let me say, 15 is the new 16, 16 is close to 17, and we can just round it up to 18. Just eliminate me right now.
This is total drama, Discord.
Chili and egg roll of Keely Jello. Can you vote for me, please? Thanks.
Democracy is done, just like America, alright? We have ventured into venture capitalism. So my microphone briefly cut out in this part of the episode, so I'm just gonna sit here and explain to you guys, girls and everybody in between, exactly what happened. We all agreed that in order to settle who gets eliminated, that we're going to conduct a surprise 1v1 between Oisin and Akili. Whoever loses the surprise 1v1 gets voted off of Total Drama Discord forever. Until the next season, which is essentially forever.
Why does Akili have to suffer because of me?
You're a team.
It's
But, like-
Total Drama Discord. Just accept the pain.
There's a lot to gain from the pain. It ain't the same. Down the drain. John McCain.
Your rhymes are lame.
Nah, I'm cancelled.
If it's something to do with trivia or anything, I think you should just boot me already.
I wouldn't rig it towards either of you. That would be stupid.
What am I good at? List everything I'm good at. That's the thing.
No, that would ruin the surprise. That would make it obvious what I was doing.
Yeah, but like, what am I good at? There's nothing to be good at.
You are not good at selling yourself.
Actually, I am pretty good at selling myself.
Sorry for the awkward ending there. However, I still hope that you enjoyed this episode of Total Drama Discord. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it, as I really appreciate it. These series take forever, and I'm currently paying an editor to do just about every other episode so that this whole entire series gets out a lot faster. Each like and subscribe really does help because it shows me that you guys, girls, and everybody in between do still support this series that has taken almost 5 years to complete the entirety of. Anyway, what will Keely and Oisin be subjected to in this surprise 1v1? Who will make it out on top in the surprise competition? Most importantly, who will not be coming back ever? Find out on this next episode of Total Drama Discord.